Hi, my name is René Manuel. I'm from New Brunswick, Canada, and I've been coming to this clinic since 2013. Vision field was very limited when the day that I was coming in. So it was approximately 20 degrees on sides and 10 to 5 degrees on top and bottom. So the vision field today is, you cannot see more than 180 degrees. So I do see objects at 180 degrees, right up to right in front of me. And also for height and below, where it was very restricted, now I can see very high and very, very low, to the point where it's not as, how would I say this? It's not an obstacle as it was before. I do sometimes will hit on the chair, so on and so forth, but very seldom, and where before it was more frequent. I've been coming to this clinic ever since on a regular basis. At first, it was very often. It was every second month. I've done that for a year. Then I was in here every third or fourth month for the second year, and so on and so forth, to the point where I now only come for maintenance, which is once a year. So I do the herbs continuously every day. I've been doing that since ever. And yeah, so this is just for me maintenance, where my vision has increased fairly well. My peripheral vision is to the point where I do see something everywhere. It's hard to identify, but it's way better than when I did start before I was a patient here at the clinic. So I have improved quite a bit. Central vision has always been okay, and it's still very okay, meaning that maintenance has provided me with this present vision, which is very acceptable. I'm very independent, so I'm very glad to have been coming for such a long time, and I intend to stay and continue this process for many years to come. I do believe that physical condition brings an asset to the overall physical condition. So I try to stay in very good physical condition, do exercises all the time, try to go to the gym, maintain a very good diet, so that the better you feel physically, the better you feel mentally. So having retinitis pigmentosa means that, for me, it means that it represents 10 to 15% of my overall wellness. The other 85, 90% is mental. So you have to live with the fact that we have that condition and try to live as normal of a life as possible, knowing that we have those restrictions. And so far, being in fairly good physical condition kind of helps me mentally to overcome all of this situation. Long time treatment. So the first time you're gonna come in here, you're gonna have doubts, you're gonna have questions, you're gonna have experiences that is gonna bring you to the point where you're gonna be questioning quite a bit. But I don't think you should. You should let the worry be into Dr. Yu's hand and try just to absorb his treatments to the best of your abilities. It will take more than one treatment. For me, it took, the first time I came in for 2 weeks. I did not see any results. The second time I came in, I began to see results on the Thursday, second week. So that's when I said, oh, maybe there is something here. Maybe there is something worth coming. And I stopped worrying about questioning the doctor as much. Because even to this day, I don't question him. I prefer coming in here relaxed and just absorb the treatment that the Dr. Yu is going to try to give you, and hopefully have very positive results like I did. I believe Dr. Yu is going to be able to tell you how often you're going to have to come. Now, there is an issue. The issue is money. It is very expensive to live or to leave home, wherever you live at, and to fly here, live here, pay what it costs to the clinic. It can be fairly expensive if you put everything together. So at first, I had to come in. I asked Dr. Yu, how often do I have to come in so that I get an improvement and maintenance? So at first, he wanted me here every second month. So I did. Then the second year was every quarter of a year, and I did. And then it was twice a year. I've done that many times, to the point where today I only come 1 week, once per year. I do take the herbs on a regular basis every day, but I actually only come to the clinic once every year, or try to do. Even with this COVID thing now that is gone, it's easier to come in. I have to come in once a year, and I do so that just to keep the maintenance, make sure everything is lined up really good. So that's been my plan, and I've been doing it. I do believe that every case is different. I do believe they're all individual cases. Some are way advanced, some are just at the beginning stage. It's difficult for me to respond to that question, except for this. I think you should come at least once. You should, and I'm not trying to sell the system. I do believe that you owe yourself at least one trip to come here and to speak to the doctor to see what kind of feeling you would get from coming here. And if you want to give it a try, you give it a try. But it's a commitment. It's not a short-term commitment. It's not a 1 or 2 treatment thing and you're going to go home and you're going to be fine for the rest of your life. This is not a cure. This is not a cure. This is a treatment that may help you to live better with this particular situation that we're in. So it is not a cure. It's a treatment. I do believe that you owe yourself at least one trip to come in and to sit down and write all your questions that you may have on paper, to make sure that when you leave, you are in a better position to decide to come in for the treatments or to stay status quo.